In this video, I'm going to be introducing a movie that you may not have heard of, but it was a great movie. It's about the Ambassador of Aloha, Kahanamoku. The movie is called The Waterman. It came out in 2021. Now, this is a little bit of a different video for me. I've never done a movie review, and so I'm gonna just give it a try and let me know in the comments below what you think. I never really knew who Kahanamoku was. I knew he was like a surfer and maybe he went to Olympics, but I didn't know like the whole process, how he got there, and the full extent of what he did in his life, and why he is Ambassador of Aloha. So come with me and let's take a look. The movie was based off of a book by Dale Davis, Waterman, The Life and Times of Kahanamoku. It was directed by Isaac Halasima, and his uncle is the one who made the famous Kahanamoku statue that you see in Waikiki. And from what I've heard, his uncle is one of the reasons why he wanted to make the movie about Kahanamoku. The movie was narrated by Jason Momoa, best known for his role in defending Atlantis, Stargate Atlantis. And that show ended too soon, man. It was only 5 seasons, but it was such a fun. The person who played Kahanamoku was Dwayne DeSoto. Now, Dwayne DeSoto is not just an actor, he's also a professional surfer. In fact, he won the 2010 Oxbow ASP World Longboard Championships. Now, the board he used in the movie was a 100-pound redwood surfboard carved by Pohaku Stone. Pohaku Stone is in the movie. He's one of the people being interviewed, and he was also shown shaping the redwood surfboard. I'm not sure if it's the same redwood surfboard that Dwayne DeSoto used in the movie. If you know about that, please let us know in the comments below. So as far as the movie review, I'm going to break it up into 3 parts: my observations, 3 takeaways that I got from the movie, and my reflections. The research they put into this movie was amazing. They did about at least 30 interviews where they interviewed either relatives or surfers or shapers, watermen. It wasn't just an extra person they put in, but each person helped to move the story along. It was an hour-and-a-half movie, and I didn't feel that it was slow. I was more interested with every part that they introduced as the movie went on. Now, I knew about Kahanamoku, like I knew he was a surfer, that he went to Olympics, but I didn't know all the things that he did. I can't believe that he did so many things in his lifetime, and I even wanted to do some history about it, go back and research and say, did he do all that? And sure enough, he did. And you get to see all of that put into this 1 hour-and-a-half movie. And it was so good to watch, it's so good to understand. It was a well-made movie. It said a lot about him. It didn't shy away from talking about his failures. He wasn't a perfect person, but he was somebody who did a lot of good in his lifetime. Now, there are 3 parts in this movie that I thought were pretty amazing. I wanted to share with you. Now, I guess I'm supposed to say they're spoilers because these are just short parts of the movie. I do want you to watch it all, so I'm not going to go into detail. The first part was the way Duke saw his life was aloha was a way of being. So this was a good way to kind of go through the movie watching it with that mindset where aloha was a way of being. It wasn't a choice for him whether or not to have aloha. It was who he was and how he lived out his life, and you'll see that throughout the movie. The second part was when he went to the mainland, he was introduced to discrimination, but for him, he was focused on aloha, and whether or not he got discrimination, he still gave back aloha. So when Hawaii was becoming this tourist destination, they wanted to attract people to Hawaii. At first, people were trying to advertise like bathing suits and beaches, the sexual appeal. And what Duke did was he showed aloha to the world. He introduced people to aloha, and aloha became the powerful factor in which people wanted to come to Hawaii. The thing that I came out after watching this movie was I wanted to learn more. I wanted to understand more about Duke's thought about aloha as a way of being. And especially in today's world, I wish we could have done like a podcast where we could go back and forth with questions, especially questions from our day and age now, asking questions to somebody like Kahanamoku, who lived back then with that rich understanding of aloha and how to apply it in today's world. And I think maybe that might have been what the director wanted for us to come away with, where we wanted to seek a little bit more, understand a little bit more about the Aloha spirit, understand how we can apply it in today's world. I went to the Kahanamoku statue in Waikiki, just took the time to just watch people walk by, take pictures, and understand the legacy that a man who lived a life of aloha as a way of life, how he can impact so many people, and how even we could impact many people by living a life of aloha. He was not a perfect person, and movies showed it, but he did so many things by living out a life of aloha. That's why I enjoyed watching this movie. I've watched the movie several times already, and I encourage you to go check it out too. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the movie, if you went to see it, and if you didn't, click on the link below. I'll leave the links for the movie and also the book too. The book is a great read. I'm still reading it, still learning more. Has a lot of information, can't put everything into the movie. It was a great movie. I encourage you to see it. Until next time, aloha.